Welcome, welcome. This is My Favorite Mortgage Podcast. I am Jaimie Booth, a licensed loan officer here in Southern Arizona, and I want to welcome you today to another episode where we give you a behind-the-curtains look from the good, the bad, the nail-biting of the home buying journey, from the loan perspective, from realtors, from title. This is a podcast that allows you to have an open forum and ask any question you want. So today we have a special guest. Welcome. This is Pablo.
Hola, hola.
Hola. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So Pablo, you are on our team here at Loan Depot, and we are in Southern Arizona. So being bilingual is a major, important part of helping home buyers.
Definitely, yeah, especially here, since it's almost half of
50-50.
Of the population are Hispanics here in
Yes.
Arizona. So yeah, definitely.
And so speaking Spanish has actually helped you build that trust.
Yes.
You speak their language, you know the terminology. I mean, I can get by with ordering on a Taco Bell menu, and that's about it.
That's order a beer.
Yeah, más cervezas, por favor.
They usually, yeah. No, definitely it helps. Most of my business is Hispanic, and they
Yes.
definitely trust you when you speak their language. No?
Yes.
'Cause, you tell them in their words, so it's amazing. Yeah.
How long have you been a loan officer?
7 years.
7 years.
Yes, and counting.
Yeah, yeah. We've talked about this before. Is this business, you kind of fall into it.
Yes.
You know, there's no school, there's no degree.
No.
And
There's
one,
a license, but
yeah, there's a license and a test and some online courses.
that's
But
it.
once you get into it, it's,
Mostly try and error. But yeah, you just have to
yeah.
keep going, and every deal is different.
Every deal is different,
Yeah.
which is one reason why I wanted to bring you on, because you're kind of the talk around the office for a transaction that had some ups and downs
Yes.
and a tremendous success story. So before we get started on your favorite mortgage, I have a little game.
All right.
You up for it?
Sure.
Okay. So we've played this one before, and it's called Smash or Pass.
Okay.
And we have Smash or Pass for realtors. In fact, we had a young lady that does interior design. So we're going to do a Smash or Pass for loan officers. You ready? Okay, so Smash is good, Pass is I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Okay.
All right, you have a buyer at the closing table that just opened up a new credit line over at Best Buy. Smash or Pass?
Pass.
Pass. We don't want any new credit opening, please. Wait till you get the keys.
Yes. No, definitely. A big no.
Big no. And we have the mortgage 10 commandments. So that's one of the top. You receive a termite report invoice for a VA buyer that is closing in 2 days. Smash or pass?
Pass.
Pass. We want it really soon.
Yes.
We
'cause
need it to disclose.
It might have termite, then you have to treat it. Then
Yes.
You have to, it's
Yep. And guys, if you didn't know, VA loans require
A termite.
a clear termite report.
Exactly.
Smash or pass? You receive paycheck stubs from a client and everything is cut off on the left side.
How cut up? No, pass.
Pass. You get an alert to lock at 4:30 p.m. right before your vacation.
Smash.
Smash. We're going to go lock
Yes.
our entire pipeline. We don't want to float that before we go on vacation.
Yes. That'll ruin your vacation.
Yep. Smash or pass? You got to clear to close 7 days before closing on $1 million VA loan.
Smash. Double smash.
Yeah, double smash, exactly. Last one. You have a client that has no email address and doesn't know how to text. Smash or pass?
It sounds smash.
You're still going to do that?
Yeah.
We're going to take those disclosures to your house and have you sign. Well,
I have quite a lot of those type of clients.
you probably do.
It's just you have to help them.
Yep.
It's either that or
They have the old flip phones.
Yeah.
They can't get internet. Yeah.
They have an iPhone, but do you have an email? No, I don't. And you're looking at the smartphone, like they're opening Facebook, and like you have Facebook, you have an email. But
Interesting.
They don't know.
They don't put the two together.
Yeah, no.
You know what I've actually even done is I've helped someone create a Gmail account.
Well, it's
free.
Easy.
Takes 5 minutes. And now this email account is specific to your transaction.
To your mortgage, your payments.
Yeah.
Makes it easier to them too.
So we're going to smash that.
Smash. Yes.
All right.
It's an opportunity.
Yeah. Not an obstacle, an opportunity. We have our branch managers' thoughts in our head right now.
Yes.
So Pablo, bringing you on and touching on the transaction, your most recent success story. Do you want to share a little bit about how that went, how you got the client, and how you got to the closing table?
So it was a client that was trying to do a down payment assistance program. They were told no at a different bank because they had a gap of employment. Usually you can deal with 6 months or a little bit longer, but this guy had quite a years, like almost 13
years.
But he previously worked in the same business for 7 years that he was already working for 8 months.
Okay, so we're past that 6-month mark, and we're looking for down payment assistance, usually coincides with a government loan.
Yes.
And he had a gap of employment.
But that doesn't mean you can't qualify. It's just you just have to build a case. Like if you're able to prove that you've been working prior to your gap.
Yeah. We don't, and we don't really look at a gap as such a challenge. We were talking about this where I've helped women that have either stayed home, raised their kids, so they've been out of the workforce, sometimes 2 decades. But they had this 2-year work history prior. They come back into the workforce. They're, empty nesters. They want to make some money.
They're not new to the workforce.
Right.
No, they have experience.
Right. So why not? We just want, that's okay. We just want to see that you're back in the workforce for 6 months.
Okay.
So another lender said no.
Yes.
They didn't understand how to read the guidelines, or maybe their underwriter was just having a day.
Maybe, but it wasn't hard. We got the deal. We closed it in 10 days.
Nice, congratulations.
And now we have happy homeowners.
Yes.
Happy realtors.
Yes. We saved their commission. Deal didn't fall apart.
Everybody's happy.
This was a great story, and we talked about it in our meeting. And having this, other loan officers in the office, other loan officers on your team, where we can talk about, this is what I did. Oh yeah, I had a situation like that, and we can kind of banter back and forth on what has worked. Yeah. And this was a referral from, I think, a past loan officer that you had worked with, where they were like, I can't get it to go through. The underwriter was like hard-nosed. They have a company overlay. And here at our company, we underwrite with very minimal to no overlays. And an overlay is an extra rule. More rules, right?
We hate additional rules.
Right. We already have enough guidelines and rules to begin with, and then to have some company ones. We understand that some companies are a little stricter than, and some
taking care of the company in a certain way, but it kind of sometimes it hurts borrowers.
Yeah, it helps someone who's just trying to buy a home.
Yeah.
So I was really, really excited to hear about that, and you had posted some great picture on social media, and you could tell by the smiles on their face, and the realtor was just like singing your praises up and down.
Happy.
Yeah, and now they got keys to their own home in 10 days. That's really fast. Were you able to?
We transfer an appraisal.
That's
the way you could do it faster. When it's FHA, you can get to just transfer the appraisal. You don't have to do a new one.
Okay. So that really cut down on a lot.
Yeah, definitely a lot.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about you, but I've been seeing, and I'm a little PTSD over the refi boom where appraisals were taking 2-3 months sometimes, where we're getting them back within 2-3 days.
Yeah. There's no need to ask rushes right now. They're doing it real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, we're keeping them busy, but their turn time has been great, which helps us close loans faster.
And their costs, because they were charging.
They were. That's right.
Fees. Yeah.
They were really charging us.
The highest one I had on 2020 was like $1,000 for a single family, like $1,000 or $1,200.
Yeah. Yeah.
For an appraisal. I'm like,
you're right.
All right, I'm gonna become an appraisal man.
Yeah.
It's
and that's another fee that when we're disclosing, right? The lender's responsible for the buyer to get this disclosure of the loan estimate that would include all fees, right? And we had a previous guest on who is in the title industry, and I pointed out to him, like, we are the ones that disclose what the title fees are. So we're the ones disclosing what appraisal fees are. But we have a grid on what the average and normal cost is for an appraisal. So when you and I are disclosing to our buyer, the only control that we have on fees is box A.
Exactly. Just
right?
Our fee.
Our fee. Everything else is someone else's fee, but it's on our heads and our shoulders as a responsibility to disclose. So when those appraisal fees were quoted back to us and we've disclosed $600,
now the borrower can't pay it, and then, you have to eat the fee.
Yeah, that was a struggle. So I'm glad in our industry that at least appraisals have gotten really good, very normal, and the fees are not being overcharged. So little silver linings.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I do appreciate you coming on. I know it's kind of, I've been twisting your arm. I'm like, come on, Pablo, come on.
No.
So I appreciate you coming on.
Happy to be here.
I do have one last game.
Okay.
That I was thinking last night what we could do a little differently, because you and I are loan officers, and we've been loan officers for roughly the same time.
Okay.
And when someone outside of mortgage starts hearing two loan officers talk,
all the acronyms.
We speak in acronyms, and it's very like only you and I can understand it, or someone in the business. So I compiled a few sentences to see if you understand exactly what I'm saying.
If I speak mortgage.
Right, to see if you speak mortgage. Okay? All right. So imagine a loan officer talking to their assistant or their manager or an underwriter.
Got it.
Okay? Quote unquote, I need you to double check the COE for the new contract, then send an LSU to the LA and the BA. Do you understand what I just said?
Yes. So a loan status update. Send us that loan status update to the contract user.
The listing agent.
The listing agent and the
buyer's agent. And then double check the COE. So double check the COE, and then I need a new LSU to the LA and BA. So,
acronym.
Yes.
At the beginning, to me, it was, what are they talking about when I first started? Because CDLE. Yeah, we speak in acronyms. Okay. Here's another one, quote unquote. Oh man, I lost the LLPA waiver for the FTHB once I got the OT verified from the written VOE. So the appraisal waiver.
Yes.
On the
FTHB.
So it's a
the LLPA waiver.
The appraisal waiver, the FTH.
First time home buyer.
Yeah. No, that I don't use a lot. I'm a first time home buyer, but in Spanish, primer comprador. That's how you say it.
Primer
comprador.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna mess that one up. Okay.
But and the overtime on
once
the
I got
verification
the
of
OT verified from the WVOE. Okay, one last one, because I don't know. We may be losing viewers here at this point. Let me confirm with my LOA that the CD got sent in time for the COE.
Let me confirm with my loan officer assistant if the closing disclosure has been sent
For the
close of escrow.
Good job. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you understood anything that we just said or want to learn these acronyms, hey, you know, we're always looking for good loan officers to come and join us and do the fun part of mortgage and numbers and guidelines. But the good news is we do speak in acronyms and they do start to pick up and you understand what we're saying.
You get used to it.
You do get used to it. I feel like it's a 50-50 ratio.
Mm-hmm.
Half of our sentences have some form of acronym, and the rest is, you know, the, a. And so again, guys, this is My Favorite Mortgage Podcast. I am Jaimie Booth, licensed loan officer here in Southern Arizona. We have a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Pablo Elias Hopkins from here in Tucson, Arizona.
Bilingual loan officer.
I'm a bilingual loan officer here in Loan Depot.
We are streaming on all major platforms for podcasts. You can find us also on our YouTube channel, and you can email us if you have any questions in Spanish or English at myfavemortgage.com.
Se habla español.
Se habla español. Un poco español.
Mucho, no se preocupe.
Sí. Yeah. Burrito,
Burritos,
enchilada,
chorizo, milanesa,
salsa. I'll pick it up. I know enough to get by, right? myfavemortgage@gmail.com is our email. Would love to be able to answer any questions through the home buying journey. We also do a courtesy loan estimate review. So if you are currently in contract and you have a loan estimate, even if it's from a competitor, we will happily do a loan estimate review to make sure that all fees are at least accurate or pretty close to accurate so that there are no surprises at the end. We will do this for every state across America. Doesn't matter where you're at. We can absolutely do a loan estimate review. And that way you can also ask your loan officer the right questions and maybe use some acronyms. Yeah. Surprise them.
Surprise.
Thanks again, guys, for joining. Please like, follow, share, and give us a rating. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.